Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the elder apostles at Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers on the highways and byways, teaching this truth and truth and sincerity. That is the key element to this truth, in sincerity. Alright, we are risking our lives to teach this information. What is this information? We are witnessing it before our eyes. Let's get this article here right away. It says Dow closes with 7.8% drop, largest since 2008. All right, so formally, brothers know, and people are aware that the last drop or the recession, all right, has set back to the level of 2008. All right, that's how much the Dow has dropped. The economy has plummeted. All right, they're saying due to the coronavirus. All right, biological weapon. We don't know. All right, all we know is that the Most High is on the precipice of ushering in his new heaven on earth, okay? And that's the new world, I should say. Okay, heaven on earth. And that's led through Yahushua HaMashiach and the elect. So let's read this article here a little bit, see what's going on with the stock market. This is a beautiful time we're living in right now because we are really witnessing the fall of our enemies. All right, this government, the world governments for that matter, this world for that matter, all right, led by Esau Edom, all right, calls himself so-called Caucasian these days. All right, he is the son of perdition, and here soon the world will know who the devil is. All right, and it's going to start with them yanking your everyday privileges that they've fed you in order to keep you docile all this time. And you're going to realize that the devil, when he shows his teeth all this time, who was telling you, all right, the elder apostles at Great Millstone, all the brothers that have been teaching in truth and sincerity, and all the diligence and integrity through the Lord and Spirit, all right, to bring back his men, all right, and really lead the world in the direction of Yahushua, just as he prophesied would occur, okay, upon his return. Stocks are cratering, as it says, cratering. They hope it stops failing. It may continue to fail. I don't see why not. I mean, the devil is in control of the world stock markets, but at the same time, the devil ultimately takes hierarchy orders from the Most High. The Most High created Satan to be just what he is, and the element and the adversary and the opposing force that he is. But ultimately we have to remember that he does take supreme orders from Al Shaddai, Yahweh Bashim, Yahushua Bashim, Rakakadash, Barakatham. Alright, the supreme power. Alright, and so this could be the element where they plunge the markets. And Esau Edom, all right, who the world has come to know today as the so-called white man, may show his teeth and issue in martial law, all right, and we're going to start witnessing global genocide on a mass scale, all right, and then they're going to also start targeting brothers that have been in this truth sincerely, just as they targeted us before in ancient times when they came after our king, Yahushua HaMashiach, and they murdered him for being a perfect individual, not commit sin, and the world being the evil, wicked, envious place that it is, couldn't do anything but what they did. All right, and so that's what the world's going to have to stand for judgment with. All right, it says the Dow was down 7.8% at the close of trading on Monday, with the S&P and NASDAQ not far behind. All right, so it gets in a whole bunch of numbers. I don't know what this stuff means, but they're saying the economy is failing, and this is exactly what brothers have been preaching and teaching for the last 3 decades, starting with our elder apostles. All right, in New York, who have led the way and bear fruit in the Lord, the name of the Lord, the true name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And this is a beautiful thing to witness this situation, you know. The world is real quiet right now because I know a lot of people that have grown up with me and some of the brothers in my camp, and they ain't saying shit. because this is something that brothers have been preaching. So can you imagine how much more for the elder apostles, that basically, you know, wasn't for them, we would not be here. All right. And at the same time, you know, they're going to, you know, try and come at all of us, but there's nothing they can do to stop this truth, man, through the spirit and power. This is exactly what God has intended for his men to be reawoken, and exactly what's happening. We're realizing another stock market collapse like 2008. And even though gas prices are low and food is cheap right now, wait until the bubble hits you. Wait until it actually starts rippling out, when this economic bubble comes up out of under America. Okay, you're going to start seeing some shit happen overnight. You're going to start seeing military equipment that's already been positioned around the country being utilized in centralized residential areas, and these are going to be your FEMA camps. All right, these are going to be your martial law FEMA camps. All right, and they're going to start ushering this RFID microchip. Okay, so brothers have been teaching this, the elders have been teaching this. So for this to happen right here, this is a beautiful thing. In the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I know since I've been in this truth, to realize this, you know, it's an honor, and it's a glory, to the only glory it should be, to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, and the brothers in the ministry that have been teaching diligently and sincerely, even when it wasn't popular to do, even when the world hated us all for doing it, this is what we've done. And lo and behold, you know, it's coming to pass, man. And we're not looking for we told you so's, but we're looking for respect for our power. Al Shadyam Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakakadash Barakatam Al Shadyam Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahushua. Okay, the highest. He will realize supreme glory on the earth. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. All right, real quick, we're going to get Ezekiel 35:1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. So that's what we have done. I won't take credit for it, as much as I will give honors, double honors, to my elders before me, exclusively at Great Millstone. Because if it wasn't for them, none of us will be here, man. This is something that we can hold our heads at least and look at the world for what it is, and find stability like the Lord said we would in these times of duress and confusion, and what's going to lead into mass pandemonium. All right, thus saith the Most High, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. So Mount Seir is a capital of the nation of Esau, Edom. All right, the Most High is prophesying against it with the prophet Ezekiel in examination of the world today. All right, they are the leaders of the world government today, the Edomites, so-called Edomites, the central banks, self-proclaimed Caucasians, and white supremacy. All right, they run the world today. And they take full credit for it in their petrodollar. All right, and their democracy. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. And that's what we mean here in this ministry when we tell you Al Shadyam Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakakadash Barakatam is going to be the exclusive power that retains glory for the destruction of this wicked world and the resurrection of heaven on earth and the righteous world to come. Okay, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. When we were in prior control of the world, they went all out. They slew us. They threw us in captivity. They raped our women. They separated the father from the family unit in the household, so that we grew up without a structured family unit. You know, exclusively without fathers, most of us. You know what I mean? And this held a generational effect on our people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the real Hebrew Israelites today, according to the Bible. Okay. And so this is why the Most High is angry, not to mention the fact that they slew his son. They crucified him. In the appearance of a so-called Negro, they would say today. They killed him. They call him Jesus Christ today, but he was a so-called Negro, as they would say today. all right, and they lie in their churches, and they lie about all the evidence in terms of the scriptures, because they